Hi friends, how to play with Rampart in Apex Legends Season 6? Well, I've heard a lot of people ask about Rampart tips and tricks, and as the newest legend, there are definitely a few useful tips and tricks that I can share from my experience that will help you play with Rampart, but also against Rampart as well. So have a listen to this video and feel free to mention in the comments down below if you've got any tips or tricks that you've learned with Rampart. By the way, I'm also doing, as promised, an Apex coins giveaway in this video. So I'm giving away 1,000 Apex coins. All you have to do is watch this video and count how many Nessies do you see, like this. As you know, it's very common in Apex Legends to find these little creatures hidden around the map and in videos. So I thought it would be fun to theme this giveaway around that. So keep a lookout for these little green creatures. They'll just randomly pop up on screen. Once you've counted how many there are in this entire video beginning to end, make sure you're subscribed to my channel as it's subscribers only, and then either head across to my Discord on the giveaway page and simply just enter the number you think you've counted and I will take your name from there. Or, I know not all of you have Discord, so you can contact me directly on Twitter or on Instagram and just let me know your answer. I'll put my socials in the description below, so you have different options to contact me. I'll then take all of your names that are eligible in terms of if you've got the answer right and you're subscribed, and I will enter you into the random draw, and one of you will be drawn at random. In the same way I've done previously before, I'll just use an online generator. The closing point is Sunday the 23rd of August at 2 PM UK time, that's British summer time, so just Google whatever local time it is for you guys. That's the closing point. Any answers after that, I won't include, and I'll let you know straight away on that Sunday via whichever platform you've let me know on if you're the winner, and I'll get you your coins straight away. And I've done this quite a few times before now and the winners have always been happy, so good luck. Let's get on to the Rampart tips then for this video. Before I get into the actual tips, fun fact. Did you know Rampart's ultimate can do close to 3,000 damage in just one mag? Obviously that's if you hit all your shots. Another fun fact is that her ultimate can actually break down doors. So you can fire at doors now and it will just destroy the doors, which is perfect for teams that are trying to, block the doors while they're healing, which is quite common. So that's just a few little fun facts, but let's get on to the actual tips. Tip 1. Focus on picking up LMGs. Modded Loader is Rampart's passive, and what that does is it increases the magazine size by 15%, and it decreases the reload time by 25%, but only for LMGs. And as we've got a few LMGs in the map now, for example the Devotion is back as floor loot, we've got the Spitfire. So as you can see, it takes, with Rampart and no extended mag, it takes the Spitfire to 40 as standard rather than 35 in an ammo clip, and the Devotion it takes to 41 compared to 36. And for these kind of guns, those extra bullets can really make a big difference. And that's before you even add an extended mag. If you add an extended mag to that, it's really going to make a big difference. So definitely try and pick up and focus on LMGs as a Rampart. Tip 2. Deploy her tactical early. So her tactical is amped walls, which is essentially a wall where the top half is an A wall, and that amplifies your outgoing damage by 20%. As you can see, the standard wingman with the skull piercer has a high headshot damage, but when you go behind the wall, it's got an even higher headshot damage. So you can really see the difference shooting from the wall does make. And the reason I give you this tip is because if you deploy your cover early, as in do it before the fight starts, if you see some people ahead of you, just deploy your cover. I mean, it regens quite quickly, you can put 3 down in one go and you can have 5 down on the map at any one time. So just get them down early. The reason is because when you try and deploy your cover, there's a vulnerability period where you'll see this golden glow on the A wall, or on the amped wall I should call it, and if the enemy shoots at that wall while it's got that golden glow, that wall is one hit. So in one hit the enemy can destroy it. That's why you really need to have it established. Once it's established, then the base of the wall has 400 HP and the top part of the wall has 175 HP. So you can see a significant increase in the strength of the wall after that deploy period. It's kind of like Caustic's barrels in a way. So this is also a trick against Rampart. If you see her trying to deploy cover, shoot the cover straight away. Don't wait for it to deploy and give it time to strengthen. Shoot it straight away. Also, another tip as part of this is actually if you want to destroy the wall quickly and you're really close to it, you can actually melee attack it. As you see, using the melee is a lot quicker, 2 punches compared to 9 wingman shots. Also, they can't really shoot down at you over the wall, so they would have to try and break cover or jump up to shoot you if you're crouched down just meleeing the bottom of the wall. So it's a little trick there if you're close to the wall. And one final one as part of this tip is don't forget you can actually pick up your barriers. I see lots of barriers just left behind, but actually if you're moving into another battle quite quickly and you don't have time to wait for the 3 slots to reload, picking up your barrier gives you that instant slot back, which you can then deploy it further down on the battlefield. So it's a really good tip to actually just get into the habit of picking up your barriers if you're moving into another fight. Tip 3. Aim for the bottom of the wall. This is an anti-Rampart tip, I guess you could say. Because if you want to destroy the cover during the battle, like I said, if they're deploying it, you can shoot it straight away and it's one shot. But if it's already deployed and it's got that strength, it's actually, in theory, better to shoot at the bottom. While it takes more shots, it takes away their cover completely. And it means in 400 damage, you can take away both the bottom and the top part of the shield, compared to shooting the top part first and then the bottom part, it would take 575 HP. So obviously it's going to take a lot more shots if you're shooting the top part and then the bottom part, because if you think about it, at least from my experience, when you shoot the top part, they then just crouch behind the bottom part. If you really want to be effective and remove their cover completely, shoot the bottom part, takes a bit longer, but then they have no cover and they're open. Tip 4. Deploy your ultimate early. So preferably deploy your ultimate behind a wall and behind her tactical, because her ultimate, the minigun, or Sheila as she calls it, is very static and you're very vulnerable if you're just sitting on it with no cover. So make sure you get yourself set up early. Also, you want to make sure you're on the minigun and you've got it charged up, because it's got a 2-second charge up time before you can fire. So you really want to be on it and holding down your aim button, because that will charge it, and then you can fire fairly rapidly at your enemy. Tip 5. Reposition against Sheila. So again, this is another anti-Rampart tip. I found if Rampart is behind her amped wall and she's on Sheila already firing at you, it can be quite hard, particularly if she's got her aim locked on you, to then break the walls. So there are a couple of options. You can either try and get height. The wall is only a certain amount of height, and actually if you remember back in the trailer, the gameplay trailer, there's a moment where Octane jumps on his jump pad and actually uses the Kraber as he's mid-air. I mean, obviously that's quite a hard shot to do, but if you can get height, you can actually shoot over the wall. And while Rampart's on Sheila, she's quite vulnerable. She's fairly static, so getting height is a good option. Your other options are switch to grenades and throw them over the wall. Again, because she's stuck on her gun, by the time she's able to dismount, if you can get a grenade behind the wall and behind her ultimate, you're pretty much guaranteed to do damage that way. And the final option is actually just a flank, because her gun is relatively limited in its range looking left and right, so it doesn't have 180 or 360 degree angles. It's quite limited in terms of its movability looking left, looking right. So if you can flank quite far left or quite far right, you take Sheila's aim at you out of the question. And that's a great way to reposition and attack a Rampart who's kind of fortified herself with her amped walls and her ultimate. Tip 6. ADSing on Sheila. Did you know you can actually toggle down aim on the ultimate, but it's not by clicking the aim button, it's actually by clicking the sprint button. Or at least that's how it is for me on console. Obviously if you've got your binding slightly different, it might be different. But yeah, the aim button is slightly different. By holding the traditional aim button while you're on Sheila, her ultimate, it actually just charges the gun, which is a good thing, because her ultimate has a 2-second charge up time, so you do want to be using that, but at the same time, sometimes you want to be aiming down sights. You want a better look at your enemies, and you can do that by, for me, pressing down your sprint button, and that will allow you to zoom in. Tip 7. Don't destroy your own wall. This is more of a caution, I guess, rather than a tip, but just be careful that when you shoot behind cover, you're not accidentally hitting the top of your bottom part of the wall, because it's only the top part, the A-wall type part of the wall, where you can actually shoot through. If you're hitting the bottom part, you're actually just going to destroy your own wall. So don't do that. I have seen that happen in a few games where my teammates are a bit noobish and they've just destroyed my walls I put down. Also, remember that it's only one way. Again, I've had teammates thinking they can shoot the other way through the wall, and if they try and do that, it will destroy the wall. So make sure you are shooting the right way when you're using the amped wall. My final tip, tip 8, you can't stack the amped walls. So again, this is a bit of a caution tip, but don't put amped walls in front of each other because it doesn't increase your damage multiplier, but you actually end up destroying the amped part of the wall in front of you. So for example, if you've got a wall down and you put 2 more in front of you, by shooting straight ahead, you'll destroy the top parts of the walls in front of you, which is just wasting those walls, right? So always put just 1 down in front of you, but it's actually a good idea to put down the other walls sort of around you, creating a bit of a fort. Protect yourself to the left, to the right and behind you by using those extra walls that you can. Like I said, you can have 5 down at a time, so you can easily protect yourself from different angles. And there you have it, just a few simple tips that I've learned from using Rampart at the start of Season 6. And I'll definitely be learning some more, and as I do I'll share them with you guys. But for now I think these are some quite useful tips to at least get going with Rampart and rack up some good early kills as people are still trying to understand how Season 6 is working. If you've got any tips, like I said, let me know in the comments down below. Good luck to everyone in the giveaway, and I really look forward to giving one of you 1,000 Apex coins. Maybe you can use it to go and buy that battle pass. Thanks again for watching, I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you later.